Well, well, well. We meet again. I cannot count how many times I've tried to film this freaking video, okay? Something always goes wrong, something always comes up. Either that or the video's too freaking long. Okay. We're gonna fast track this, okay? I'm making this video because it's been a long time since I've made a video, but I'm pregnant. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. I'm pregnant. It took me a very long time to tell people that I was pregnant. I only posted on social media literally a couple of days ago that I was even pregnant in the first place. I'm in my second trimester. 17 weeks. For anybody that doesn't know, that's about 3 months pregnant. And yes, we're going to get that out of the way. Pregnant people, we do go by weeks, and there's a reason for that. Your child is on a weekly basis going through certain changes. It's going to require different things on a weekly basis, not on a monthly basis, weekly basis. So we go by weeks. Not to mention every week that you survive while you're pregnant is a reason to celebrate, and there's a reason for that. Pregnant women require a lot of shit, okay? Pregnant women are going through a variety of changes. And, you're just going to be told by so many people that it's just a beautiful process and it's a miracle. But also that miracle is ripping your body to shreds. And don't get me wrong, I like being pregnant. The only thing that is really frustrating is there are certain changes on my body that pregnancy has done that have really put me through the ringer. But on top of that, I don't look pregnant. My belly hasn't popped yet. I'm 17 weeks pregnant, and I've seen people pop and they look so pregnant by like 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 13 weeks. Definitely by 13 weeks, majority of pregnant women, they're like, I have a belly. I'm 17 weeks and barely, nothing. So it's not like whenever you're in public and you're experiencing all of the joys of pregnancy, people are going to be looking at you like, oh my God, she's going through it. Oh my God, she's pregnant. It's just the look of what the fuck is going on with you. And that alone is annoying. But another thing that was really annoying for pregnancy in my first trimester, and I'm just going to quickly say this, insurance, getting a doctor, figuring out all of that stuff, pain in the ass. I just recently went into my first doctor's appointment in August, my first one with an actual doctor's office. I found out I was pregnant on May 30th, confirmed with Planned Parenthood because I wasn't able to get into an actual doctor's office. Don't try me. I still confirmed I was pregnant and got my first ultrasound at Planned Parenthood. When I found out I was pregnant, 7 weeks. I was 7 weeks pregnant when I found out. I think it was like 7 weeks and 1 day whenever I confirmed that I was pregnant. Right out the gate, I started accumulating as much knowledge as possible, just really soaked it up like a sponge. That being said, I was working off of what symptoms I had during pregnancy. These, I'm going to be going over some stuff that I've accumulated as a pregnant woman in my second trimester. Things that worked for me, things that didn't work for me. But your pregnancy is completely different. If you are currently pregnant, hi, how are you? How actually are you? You puking? You eating? Great. But these are the products that I have used, that I have held on to. This is what works for me. It might not work for you. You might have completely different symptoms, completely different experience than me, and that's okay. If you want to pluck out your favorites out of this and you want to be able to try it, by all means, talk to your doctor first to see if this is, you know, stuff that is a-okay for you to use. Yes, all of this is approved to be using while you are pregnant. I'm just saying, is it going to work for you? That's what I mean. First things first, whenever you become pregnant, prenatals. Self-explanatory. Prenatals are needed. Your baby is going to require a lot of things while you are, you know, developing said baby. Omega-3s, folate, different iodine, like baby brain development. It's all there for you to read on the side of this. You do have to, the only thing I'm going to warn is that if you are a texture person and you're not into the whole gummy situation, or you don't like something that is super fruity medication-wise, this is not for you. You have to take 4 of these gummies daily. If that's too much for you to handle, find an alternative. Find a pill form that is going to be quick, easy for you to use. Another thing that is going to be highly used during your first trimester, nausea medication. If I could have used a different nausea medication, I would, and this is why. This is Emitrol. It is a liquid medication, first of all, and it is cherry flavored. The nausea that I had in pregnancy didn't emanate from my stomach, okay? It was all in my throat. It is acid reflux. And what that means is, short explanation, salty, sweet, acid. Doesn't matter what you're putting in your body, it gets stuck in your throat. That feeling, that taste gets stuck in your throat. And you have twice as much mucus development when you're pregnant than you would otherwise. There's more mucus happening. And it's all sitting right here and right here. So anything that is too syrupy or is too fruity, it will agitate and stay in your throat, and it'll activate your gag reflex and immediately make you feel like you need to puke. So certain things like the prenatals that are going to be lemon, orange, strawberry, banana flavored, fruity, citrusy, might be bad news for you. Same thing with liquid medications that are fruit flavored. If you want to find an alternative, you can. Okay? Just putting that out there. Same thing, if you can't find nausea relief medication that is just easily accessible for you to take on the go, that is like a pill form that you can pop in a pill organizer, keep it in your purse, or if you've maxed out on your nausea medication, you can't take no more. Especially with certain medications, they'll be like, do not take more than 30 milliliters of this medication if you are pregnant, or do not take more than 5 tablets if you are pregnant within a 24-hour period. This is morning sickness gummies. Ginger is really good for nausea. This also applies to ginger teas or peppermint teas. They're really good for knocking out that nausea. Like I said, if you have maxed out on your other nausea medication and you want to pop a couple of these, you can take 4 of these a day. You can max out on 4 of these a day. So again, no more nausea medication, or oh my God, I left it at home. Get a couple of these in a pill organizer in your purse and you are golden. I took these like right after I would eat a meal, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to sit right. Pop a couple of those, see how that tends to help. Also, whenever you're puking, make sure you have something to puke in. These are kind of like what you would see on the airplane. They're little baggies. You just pop your hand right through it, puke in it, twist it, toss it. They are obviously really compact. This is like 6 of them. And that's how thick they are. You can basically just put one of these little babies in your purse, keep them in your car. You don't want to be that pregnant woman that's, vomiting in the bushes, or you're wearing puke on you, or your, spouse is wearing puke because you didn't have anything to puke in. That's a first trimester and kind of into your second trimester must-haves. Another thing that I will say is B6. These don't taste very well. You do have to take one tablet a day, and you do have to take it with a meal. And it is supplements, so you do have to keep on these consistently for about a week before you're going to see any kind of results. But this is supposed to be really good for nausea. This is also supposed to be making sure that whatever food does happen to be consumed by a pregnant woman, because let's face it, sometimes you can't eat what you want, when you want, or the amount that you want. And even if you do, it might not stay in your stomach. The food that does make it into your stomach, this is making sure that it is able to be converted into energy, as much energy as possible, because let's face it, you're gonna need it. So right there, converts food, helps convert food into cellular energy. This is going to be making sure that whatever food makes it into your stomach immediately converts it into energy for you and the baby, even if that food quickly vacates the premises. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't expect to take this, like I said, and for it to be a one and done. You do have to be on this for about a week. It's a consistent thing, but I swear it works. This is a homeopathic medicine. I ain't pronouncing that. Y'all can look it up. It's a homeopathic medicine. You can pick it up at Sprouts. It does have, it's like little tiny Dippin' Dots size medication. What you do is you turn it upside down, click it a couple of times until you have 5 little beads right there. Pop the top, pop it underneath your tongue until it dissolves. And what this is going to do is it's going to make you hypersalivate. No, not like a freaking bulldog. You're not going to be drooling everywhere. It just makes you hypersalivate enough to be able to help curb the nausea and the vomiting. So doctors don't really recommend a lot of homeopathic medicines. They would much rather do something over the counter that is FDA approved and everything like that and all that fun stuff. But this did help me a lot in my first trimester whenever the Emitrol or the citrus gummies and everything like that just wasn't cutting it. So to each their own. Also, something along the lines of something other than quote unquote medication, the nausea bands. They're little bracelets that have like a little divot on it that is supposed to be applied to your wrist, and you're supposed to be able to put it at a certain point on your wrist, and it's supposed to alleviate nausea. Now, I don't recommend wearing that all day because circulation problems is a thing. I recommend using it right whenever you're on the cusp of that feeling where you're like, oh my God, gonna vomit, gonna vomit, gonna vomit. If you want to be able to apply that bracelet and just basically have that push in, sometimes that really gets you over the hump where you're like, okay, false alarm. But I wouldn't recommend wearing these more than 20 minutes at a time, and definitely don't wear them while you're in bed trying to lay on your hand or whatever. You don't want that cutting into your hand too much. Pain relief when you're pregnant. Tylenol is your gal. These are the Tylenol gel capsules. They're 100 or so, math. 500 milligram each. This is the rapid release one, extra strength Tylenol. You want to be able to make sure that you have, like I said before, pill organizer in your purse with all of these medications, because you don't want to be stuck over at someone's house and be like, oh my God, all of my medication is at home. Do you have something for pain that I can take? And they're like, yeah, sure, I have ibuprofen. No, you can't take that while you're pregnant. You carry your own medications. First of all, you should be carrying your own medications anyway. But Tylenol is pretty much the one and only pain medication relief, whatever, that you can pretty much take. So keep it with you at all times. Also, pain relief, you're going to have a lot of like shooting pains, pelvic pain, lots of aches happening. I don't recommend icy hot, mostly because pregnant women, we go through flashes of like, oh, okay, hot flash, or oh my God, I am so cold. That is the reason why whenever you are pregnant, they tell you to dress in layers. That way, whatever kind of temperature flux you're experiencing, you can either take off or add on. This is BioFreeze. It is used by a lot of marathon runners, a lot of athletes. This is basically like a fast-acting menthol pain relief spray. They do keep it in the rollies as well, if you're more chill with that. I will say that this is very strong mint smell. So if you're using it right before you're about ready to go to bed and you're like kind of rolling on in your sheets and everything, or you're close to somebody, they might be complaining that it is very strong. Like, it is strong for a reason. That way it can be fast acting, but it is strong. Definitely make sure you're using this on your joints, on your back, because I'm telling you, the pelvic pain is real. Like I said before, my problem with nausea during my first trimester, acid reflux. You have twice as much mucus. So in order to help with that, Zyrtec. It's allergy medication. It's supposed to be able to go ahead and help, obviously, break up all that mucus. It also is supposed to help, obviously, if you are getting hit with all the allergies, depending on what season you're pregnant. By all means, take this. It is pregnancy safe. I'm taking this like once a day religiously, because goddamn, it really does help. I'm not kidding. That's pretty much what I was religiously using in my first trimester. I've already went over what kind of worked and what needed some, improvements. By that time, I was able to get into the doctor's office, and these are some of the things that she did recommend to me, or stuff that I figured out kind of late in the game. Because of my acid reflux and all of my nausea medications, I went in there and I told her, listen, sis, this is my number one problem. Acid reflux, what you got for me? And she said, oh, Pepcid. This is the CVS version of Pepcid. It is an acid controller. Basically what this is used for is it basically is supposed to help with acid indigestion, sour stomach. This is also going to be really helpful for y'all that is in your third trimester, because it also alleviates heartburn. So, this is a 20 milligram. This is basically the maximum strength version. My doctor told me to start on the 10 mg once in the morning, once in the afternoon, or once at night. It did not work for me. I had to get the maximum strength. So that means 20 mgs in the morning, 20 mgs at night. I still have really bad acid reflux. I will say that. It is still a big problem, even using this. It is still a big problem. I still have it right now. I can feel in the back of my throat the mucus building up. But I would hate to see what it would be if I did not take this, because sometimes after I eat, I'll pop one of these and I'm good. So, much recommended. Much recommended. Another thing that's recommended is Tums. I don't recommend using the chalky or the super sweet tasting ones, because that can really, really, like, again, get stuck in your throat. And sometimes, even for pregnant women, it really does mess with your stomach. So I recommend doing the peppermint ones. It tastes like you're sucking on an icebreaker or chewing on an Altoid. And it does help bust up the mucus on top of it. The anti-acid, this is really good for, again, heartburn, acid indigestion, upset stomach, sour stomach. It really does work. And if you're pregnant, you can take 5 of these within 24 hours. No more than that, though. So again, if you're maxed out on everything else, but you still need a little help, this, beautiful. Keep it in the pill organizer in your purse. If you're going, if it's night time, Unisom. Oh my God, I'm gonna kiss this bottle. I'm gonna kiss this bottle, baby. I'm gonna kiss it, baby bottle pop. It's beautiful. Unisom is a sleep aid. It's the same size as the Zyrtec pill. It is tinier. It's a gel capsule. I recommend taking it maybe about 1 hour before you're intending on actually like zonking out and going to sleep, because it can take a little bit to go ahead and kick in. I will say it's not super heavy. So if your baby in the middle of the night needs to tell mama something, the message is still going to get through. So if baby's like, I need a snack, girl, I'm hungry as hell, still going to come through. Or if you need to go to the restroom, if baby in the middle of the night is like, okay, guess what, mom, gotta piss, it's piss time, you're still going to wake up. The only problem, Unisom, I've used it and I've had to use it. I've never been the type of person to go ahead and use sleep aids in the past. No Tylenol PM or freaking NyQuil for me, baby. I've been too kind of to take it. I love Unisom because it's not super, super heavy. I sleep through the night more so than I was before. Whenever you're pregnant, they tell you 8 hours plus, baby. Try and get them 8 hours plus. My husband snores like a freaking chainsaw. No exaggeration. Full on. All the way, all night. And he also occasionally gets twitchy during the night and kind of, like, gets me a little bit depending on what position I'm laying in. And it hasn't been it's woken me up, especially in my first trimester. It woke me up so much. I was ready to kill him because I was getting up almost every hour on the hour to either take a piss or puke my guts out. I wish I had Unisom in my first trimester. I only freaking found out about this in my second trimester and I'm mad about it, okay? This shit's beautiful. So moms out there, this is like my number one recommended product. Please, for the love of God, Unisom. Use it. Use it and abuse it, baby. All the way. The other thing that is a big change for first trimester and second trimester, your skin, baby. Your skin. I live in Arizona. It's dry as hell out there. It's hot as hell out there. But even if I wasn't, my skin in pregnancy, women experience their skin drying out. It's more acne prone. And in my case, I got eggs. She got eczema. Eczema pretty much is dry patches on your skin in very sensitive areas. So I get mine on either side of my nose, top of the forehead, and then occasionally little patches on my arms or my legs. And my doctor did tell me that I was going to be more prone to experiencing more eczema, which was just the best freaking news ever. But yeah, in order to counteract that, I've already been using some certain things for eczema. After I would shave or exfoliate, I would put Vaseline Radiant Oil on my legs. This has been a lifesaver during pregnancy because I have noticed that my elbows are getting more dry. Same thing with, I'm sorry to say it, if it's TMI, click away now. But for my pregnant ladies out there or any daddies that are looking for advice or anything like that, guess what? Before your stomach pops, your titties pop. Your titties get bigger in your first trimester, leading into your second and even into your third. But especially in your first trimester, you have nipple sensitivity. What? Your nips are sensitive. Meaning putting on a bra or even the covers touching your nipples, it freaking hurts, okay? I'm gonna say it for you, ladies. It hurts. So a little dab of this on your hand, press them together, put them on your nips, and that is it. Let go. That way you don't have to do any kind of excessive rubbing, no kind of additional skin irritation, and things like Aquaphor and cocoa oil. They are highly hydrating, but they also don't have any kind of artificial fragrances or anything like that. So you can use this in sensitive ass areas. I wouldn't recommend any kind of lotions. Like, we all love our Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secrets, okay? But they have a lot of fragrances in them. You don't necessarily want to be putting that on those sensitive areas like your tatas, okay? I'm sorry, but don't do it. Especially after you had the baby. Don't have your child sucking on Victoria's Secret. I will come for you. So that, highly recommended. The other thing that, again, highly recommended, this is going to be my second gold star, beautiful, bio oil. Bio oil is something that your doctor is definitely going to turn you on to, especially if they haven't mentioned it in your first and second trimester, definitely your third, because as soon as your belly starts popping, your skin stretches. That can result, and also your boobs stretch, you can get them there too, stretch marks. Stretch marks. You can get them stretch marks, and on your booty too. This is supposed to be really good for scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, even aging and dehydrated skin, which is what everything you're going to experience during pregnancy. Why do you think I got the big ass bottle? So this, I would recommend using with essential oils. This already has rosemary oil, lavender oil in it. No artificial nothing. But if you're using it with essential oils, this has CBD in it, and it's lavender oil. So, and I have a couple of these that are in different scents. If you're basically just going swipe on the collarbone, once on the belly, popping the bio oil on top, and then rubbing it all in, you're getting the benefits of the bio oil, but you're also getting the benefits of essential oils. Essential oils have been a lifesaver in my second trimester, solely because they do different things for you, and they definitely emphasize on being more purposeful and being more purposeful with the scents that you're putting around you. Because let's face it, in your first trimester, you're really sensitive to all the smells. If someone's cooking something and it's not sitting right with your snoot, you're going to puke. Same thing, I have dogs downstairs. Sometimes late at night, they'll have an accident downstairs. It'll waft upstairs. And I'm already, in my first trimester, I'm already puking every other 5 seconds. So as soon as that hit my senses, I was in the bathroom vomiting my guts out. That being said, so essential oils are your best friend. There are different ways that you can use them. You can put essential oils mixed with water in a spray bottle and use that on your clothes, your sheets, your pillows, just to make sure that whatever essential oil you're using, you're getting the immediate benefits and it's long lasting. Like I said, I'll just go over this really quick. Lavender oil, very relaxing, super, super great to use right before you're about ready to go to bed. Essential oils such as like eucalyptus and peppermint, really good for nausea, headache, or busting up all of that mucus. It's really good for the respiratory system. Those are your go-tos while you're pregnant. There's other ones that you can use, but those are like the main basic ones that are beautiful. Like I said, you can drop any one of those in a spray bottle, water, use it on your fabrics. Beautiful. This does not last long though, and it's not as strong. For those moments where, like I said, like food immediately hitting you or caca pismes downstairs, not cute, you can use the immediate concentrated room sprays for that, where you're like, and you need it to immediately fill a room. Again, these are going to dissipate fairly quickly, like 30 minutes or less. You're not going to be able to smell this anymore. So what I would recommend is getting a diffuser. Not only is it, because it's water-based, diffusers are water-based, you mix the water with the essential oil and then it comes out in like a fog, and immediately disperses the room with this fragrance. Because it is water-based, it's really good for if you do have respiratory issues, because it kind of acts as a humidifier, which has helped Eric with his snoring, and it's helped me with my acid reflux. But obviously the added benefit of having the essential oils chilling in there has been really, really nice, because you don't have to pick up a spray bottle and remember to spray everywhere and everything like that. It automatically is running. You don't have to touch anything. And not only that, but it can be running while you sleep. So that's been really nice. I wish I had figured that out in my first trimester. Another thing that I will point out is all of this stuff that I have just touched and put over here, I keep in an organizer 2 inches away from my face whenever I'm sleeping. It's in like a 3-tier tower organizer. I would highly recommend that. The first kind of, the tower is obviously in 3 tiers. Everything that I just touched is on the very top. That way you have all of this arm's length away from you, because your energy is zapped whenever you're pregnant. You don't have a lot of time for, a lot of bullshit. All of that stuff, it's staring at me in the face right whenever I wake up. It's right there. The tower is 3 tiers. So the first tier is everything I just touched. The second one is all of the immediate kind of secondary essentials. So like makeup, hairbrush, deodorant. And I also tend to keep like any kind of acne products and everything like that right there as well, because like I said, acne prone skin during pregnancy is a thing. Little pimple patches, salicylic acid, little dropper and everything from The Ordinary. And I keep a massage gun down there as well, just to go ahead and loosen up a lot of the joints. And my pelvic pain has been real the past couple of nights alone. So that's been really nice. I don't recommend using that anywhere near the belly, because you don't really want to shake things loose and like mess with baby. God help you if you mess with baby. But the shoulders, especially because if you're not used to side sleeping, or I even am a side sleeper, but because of the added weight, my shoulders and my neck are muffed. Okay? So I would highly recommend using a massage gun. That, along with the BioFreeze, beautiful. And again, you can use that with the bio oil and the essential oils to be able to apply it to your body. 2-in-1. Get your spouse involved. Tell him I want a massage. I want a body massage. Jenna Marbles, anybody? Body massage. But yeah, I would highly recommend getting a tower like this. That way it's staring at you in the face. You don't have to expel unneeded energy walking 50 different locations in your house just to be able to accumulate all this stuff and zap all your energy. And by the time it's noon, you're ready to take a 5-hour nap. And then you just wasted your whole day. But by all means, let me know if this is stuff that you have tried. If you are, obviously, I'm 17 weeks pregnant currently. If you are further along in your pregnancy than I am, by all means, let me know if there is stuff that I can swap out that's more effective, or if there's stuff that you've tried that you would like me to try. And by all means, if you're in your first trimester and you've tried any of this stuff, please let me know if this did work for you. I want to know that I'm not alone in this pregnancy journey. Okay? There will probably be more videos of pregnancy relation coming down the pike here. I've already posted kind of like a super short, we're talking like less than 3 minutes video on like bare minimum products, makeup products that have maximum payoff for whenever you just really need to quickly get ready as a pregnant woman that ain't got time for no bullshit. Okay? I've already posted a video like that. I'm probably eventually going to make a video on different things, like I said, of pregnancy relation, probably outfits and everything like that that are good for that awkward stage where you're not yet in maternity clothes, but none of your actual clothes fit you, because that's where I'm at right now. Anybody else? Can I get an amen? Thank you. But if there's any other videos that you guys would like to see from me or from my husband, you let me know. If you are pregnant out there, I wish you all the best. If you are a husband watching this, just to be able to accumulate as much knowledge as possible to be able to help your lady, I commend you. God bless you. And I will see y'all in the next installment of the Pregnancy Diaries of Alex. Thank you.